Hello, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will see how we can create our own job queue and what are the some basic command that we can use for job queue. So first of all, we will discuss what exactly the job queue is. So job queue is a place you can understand it that way, like job queue is a queue where we submit our jobs, and as per their priority, the jobs get completed in that particular queue. So that's how we can make use of job queue for submitting a job, and then as per their job priority it will get automatically executed or as per their time. Fine. So now we will see how we can create our own job queue. So for that you have to run one command, that is crt job queue. Once you write this command, you have to take F4. Now you have to specify the job queue name. So let's say I want to create a job queue with my username and queue as a suffix. So this is my job queue name, that is Sharmit queue. Now you have to specify your library, in which library you want to create this job queue. So I have specified it as Sharmit1. So this is my library name, and this is an optional field, but it's always better to give a proper description to your job queue or whatever the object you are going to create. So I will make it as job queue created by Sharmit. Okay, so in that way you can give the description. Then you can also take F10 for see the other option, like here we can also pass the few authority or control related option. Like if you take F1 here, so if you take F4 there, then you can see operator control, and if you want to check it again, then press F4 F1 here. So it will show you like you have to put star yes if you want to allow the user for the job control regarding the authority. Okay, and so in that way you can take F1 and F4 to check the all these other additional parameters like authority to check authority. But for now we will use only these three parameter, that is we are assigning the job queue name, library, we are specifying the library in which we want to create the library, and the description of the job queue. So once you hit enter, it will show object Sharmit job queue is created in Sharmit1. So how we will see that? So one way is you can run the command work. Here you can run one command work job queue, and you can specify your job queue name. So take F4, and here you can specify your job queue name. So the job queue which we have created is Sharmit queue, and it resides in library Sharmit1. So Sharmit queue is my job queue name and Sharmit1 is my library name. Now hit enter. So it will show yes. So the queue is created, that is Sharmit queue, library is this, and status is released. At the moment we don't have any job in this queue, so it is empty queue. But once we submit any job in this queue, then all those jobs will be seen here. Okay, so that's how we can create our own job queue. Fine. Another way you can check the object also. So you can write this command work obj, press F4, then write the object name, that is Sharmit queue, library name Sharmit1, hit enter. So it will show you the object. So my type of my object is job queue, which resides in library Sharmit1, and that this is the text description of my job queue. Fine. So we see how we can create the job queue with the help of create job queue name. Now suppose you don't want to use this job queue anymore. So what we will do, we will delete this job queue. So for deleting the job queue, you have to run the command DLT job queue. Then you have to press F4, DLT job queue, DLT job queue, then press F4, and here you have to specify your job queue name. So for now we will delete this job queue again, like Sharmit queue that we have recently created, which resides in library Sharmit1. And once you hit enter, it will delete. the job queue. So here you can see the message object Sharmit queue in Sharmit1 type job queue deleted. Okay, so let's confirm it. So we will again run the command, same command work job queue, and my job queue name was Sharmit queue. So either you can take F4 after work job queue and specify your job queue name here, Sharmit queue, that was residing in Sharmit1 library, and hit enter. So it shows job queue Sharmit queue is in Sharmit1 not found because it is deleted. We have just used the delete command to delete that. So let's check it once again by hitting the work object command. Let's see whether its object is still there or not. So work obj f4, you can specify your job queue name, that is Sharmit queue, and library name, that is Sharmit1. So once you hit enter, it show cannot find object to match a specified name. So now we are confirmed that we have deleted this job queue. So mainly these two uh, commands we usually use for the job queue related stuff, that is create job queue for creating a new job queue, and DLT job queue for deleting a job queue. Okay, and one more command that we see here is work job queue. So if you want to work for a specific job queue, then you can write it as work job queue, then press F4. Here you can pass your job queue name. So this is my default job queue name, Sharmit. So I will hit enter. So it shows like no jobs in queue because right now this job queue is also empty. Fine. So these are the basic command that are related to the job queue. In the upcoming session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharma.